Hey, what's up guys? It's Brian here, Brian's Lawn Maintenance. Hey, I had a fun video topic that we're gonna be talking to you guys about today, and that is the LaserEdge lawnmower blades by Fisher Barton.
Make the ground shake.
Alright guys, so really quick, I wanted to spend a few minutes today on this video talking to you guys about the LaserEdge lawnmower blades from Fisher Barton. Yes, in full disclosure, this is a sponsored video. We're going to be doing a few of these this spring and summer like I told you guys, but this one is actually really cool, and honestly, at first I was a little skeptical because I just thought they were lawnmower blades. Now, if you're, living under a rock, or if you're like me and you don't know that there are other lawnmower blade types out there, let me give you guys a little bit of education, explain to you what's going on with these LaserEdge lawnmower blades. Now, I'm gonna show you guys right here. I'm actually inside the trailer, one of the first days where it's like not 10 degrees out, where we can actually get inside here and do a little spring cleaning and start, firing all the equipment up, right? But what we have been using since last August, sporadically here, were the LaserEdge lawnmower blades. Now, I'll do a close-up here so you guys can see these, but these lawnmower blades are different. They're unique and they're special because they have a LaserEdge coating, a material on the back side of the blade that is designed to help with the life cycle and the wear points of a lawnmower blade for those of you guys in sandy soil conditions. Now, I know some of you guys are probably scratching your head going, what are you talking about? Sandy soil conditions, different lawnmower blades, LaserEdge, what is going on here? So here's the deal. These guys reached out to me last August and they wanted to get the word out about LaserEdge and the product and what it's all about. And like I said earlier, it is a coating that is on the back side of a lawnmower blade that is designed to keep the wear of the blade to a minimum and prolong the life of the lawnmower blade. Now, here's the deal. If you live in the Midwest or the Plain States or even the Northeast, you're dealing with a lot of clay soil, Kentucky bluegrass, tall fescue, maybe not so much the grass types, but the soil conditions, right? You're not dealing with a lot of sand. And you know what? A pair of lawnmower blades or a set of lawnmower blades, it's not really even an afterthought. You go get your high lift lawnmower blades at your dealer, and that's pretty much it. You cut grass and you're just kind of rocking and rolling. At least that was my experience and that was my attitude. After working with Fisher Barton here a little bit and learning about the different soil types and talking to a couple of you guys, I realized, again, with YouTube, I get the macro, and I realized that there's other mowing conditions out there, i.e. sandy soil. If you go in certain parts of up north Michigan, if you go into Georgia, and especially Florida, all you Florida people and you down south people, listen to me. A typical lawnmower blade for somebody in the south, these are for all my Midwest people, a typical lawnmower blade in the south only lasts, 20, 30, 50 hours, not even. A lot of these lawnmower blades literally disintegrate or erode because of the sandy soil conditions down south and in the sandy soil areas. And just talking out loud, when I was talking to some of the guys at Fisher Barton, I said, I didn't even know that exists. Up here in the Midwest, when we're cutting Kentucky bluegrass and tall fescue, yeah, we're sharpening our blades every other day or once a week at a minimum, of course, but we never have lawnmower blades erode. I thought that was like literally the craziest thing I had ever heard. But for a lot of you guys that are in those sandy soil conditions, you're like, yeah, our blades literally can disintegrate over time, and that has a lot to do with the coating, the bottom part of keeping a sharp edge for your lawnmower blades. Now, a lot of you guys in Florida, for example, I was talking to my friend Jonathan with Florida Turf Pros and also Johnny with Blades of Grass Lawn Care. Both of those guys are actually going to be doing some videos as well, sort of a little bump set spike here, talking about their experience in the sandy soil conditions and using these lawnmower blades. And I'm telling you guys straight up, I was on the phone with both of those guys, one on Instagram and one on the phone, and they said these lawnmower blades are a game changer for them. Now, here's the deal. I was actually at GIE and I caught up with Andy, one of the main guys at Fisher Barton, and we did a whole walkthrough at the GIE booth where I captioned some footage for you guys. It's really good stuff. Let me cut to that really quick and then we'll catch up with you guys here in a second because I want to give you some more numbers and some debrief on the lawnmower blades and my experience with them. All right, guys, so we're hanging out with Andy here at Fisher Barton. We're talking about the LaserEdge blades, and while we were here, I wanted to actually have the expert, the consultant, the main guy, share a little bit more with you guys about this technology.
We have some conditions that really work well with LaserEdge, and we know that customers, especially in those areas where what we call it is erosion, where you have something in the soil that's helping to erode the blade. And we're trying to keep a good quality of cut at all times. Some of those regions that you just talked about, like Florida, really going across from the south side of Texas through the Gulf Coast, Florida, South Georgia, all the way up the Gulf Coast, we're finding this product is just working like crazy.
Yeah.
And why it becomes so essential is it gives you a couple of different features. First of all, people don't love sharpening blades. It is a necessary evil in the industry.
Right.
And it's costing people money, it's non-productive time, and at the end of the day, you can't put anything more in your pocket for sharpening blades. So if we can come up with a blade that self-sharpening, it's going to save you a lot of money.
So can you show us the protective coating and then the different, so we have different blades here with different amount of hours on them, and you can see how much longer most of them are lasting in the sandy soil conditions.
Yeah, and I'll give you a little bit of the math that we've come up with thus far.
Cool.
So if you take, for instance, this is a blade from Winter Garden, Florida. Okay. And this particular blade was run for approximately 60 hours. 60 hours never sharpened.
Wow.
So what you can see, and it can be a little confusing because people will look at this and go, is this an expired blade? Is it done? But what you see right there is actually the laser edge coating that is starting to stick out, and it is forming the new cutting edge. So on the bottom side, we've put that protective coating on there, which is called the LaserEdge EverSharp coating. And what ends up happening is the EverSharp coating wears at a differential rate to the base blade and forms the new cutting edge.
Interesting.
So when it comes down to the math, if you take this particular customer in somewhere like Florida, they're sharpening every day.
Right.
We'll find at times in Florida, people will change out blades
Twice a day?
Twice a day.
Wow.
And with that, if we can save somebody, if this is 60 hours, we just save 5 sharpenings because they never took this blade off because it continued to give a high quality cut. It was giving them everything they wanted in terms of productivity for their customers and also the look and feel and quality of that cut. I'll show blades like this to customers from the north and they'll just be like, what happened to that blade?
Yeah.
And the wing, the airlift sail.
Look at this, the sail, the wing, the airlift part. It's literally
totally leaves. So you've lost all of the thickness in the blade in that particular area.
Wow.
This blade is most certainly an expired blade.
Sure.
It needs to be replaced.
Right.
But what was intriguing to the customer was the fact that during the life, this is the laser edge treatment right here, which is still sharp as a new blade.
Wow.
So this particular customer was able to continue cutting, even though they probably should have stopped a little earlier because of the airlift, but definitely the cutting quality was still there from the standpoint of the bevel edge. So the website for LaserEdge is www.laser-edge.com.
Okay.
And on that website there's a lot of things you can find. General information, you can find what OEs are offering the product right now.
Yep.
And one of the coolest things you can find out there is what we call a Tco Calculator, total cost of ownership, where you can put in your average hours that you mow per year, how often you sharpen blades, how often you change blades, and what you, on an average day, what you're charging per hour.
Like I said, this is all new and more information to me. Again, I'm going to wrap up here with my thoughts on the blades and stuff like that and show you guys a little bit more about what I'm doing. But Andy, I really appreciate the time. This has been really, really good. And I'll make sure to leave links in the description for all of these guys, and you can check them out and do your own research and let me know what you guys think with the LaserEdge or just using a regular blade and which one you guys really prefer. All right, so as you guys can see, Andy's pretty fired up about the lawnmower blades and the offering. And the whole idea here is to help extend the blade life for you guys down in the sandy soil conditions. Literally, you saw some of those lawnmower blades that the fin or the part that creates that high lift disintegrate. It's crazy to me if you're in the Midwest, you've never seen that before. And in fact, at first I was like, well, yeah, Andy, they're just regular lawnmower blades, and I was getting a week or two out of them, but I wasn't like overly convinced. In fact, I was kind of skeptical. I was like, they're just lawnmower blades, until I went to GIE and I saw the footage that you guys just saw of some of these blades disintegrating, and talking to Johnny with Blades of Grass and Jonathan with Florida Turf Pros, and they're like, yeah, dude, like that's, you know, we burn through blades, like they literally disintegrate, and we have to change them sometimes twice a day, you know, multiple times a week. And I just went, we don't deal with that. That's just not a thing up here in the Midwest and up here in Michigan, right? Now here's the deal. There's such an opportunity to save so much time and money with these lawnmower blades. When you're changing your lawnmower blades twice a day or at least every day, that kind of stuff adds up. It's extra time, it's extra labor, of course, a crazy amount of material cost for your freaking blades because you're just burning through them. And again, it's not so much the fin part, but it's the cutting edge that just deteriorates so quickly in those sandy soil conditions. Where the whole concept of the LaserEdge comes into play is, yes, they're a premium. They're 2 to 3 times retail for a standard OE blade, but here's the deal. If they can last 5 or 6 times as long, then that's where those lines start to cross, and that's what Fisher Barton's lawnmower blades are all about. Again, I was skeptical initially because to me, lawnmower blades are lawnmower blades, right? Isn't that what you guys would think? But it's funny because a lot of you guys, and leave me a comment down below, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. A lot of you guys in sandy soil conditions have already been testing these and using these, and the reviews and the feedback coming from guys in the field, not me. I seriously, I don't have any skin in the game. But these guys that are using these kind of blades in those sandy soil conditions are telling me and telling Andy and all these guys at Fisher Barton that they're able to get so much extra life out of a blade and so much less labor and overhead time with changing lawnmower blades and going through so many pairs of lawnmower blades that they're saving a lot of money. For me personally, I don't know if it was really worth the 2 or 3x premium, because if you hit a rock or something silly and you dent the blade or you break the blade, I don't want to be throwing money into expensive lawnmower blades that are 2 or 3 times the cost of a regular OE blade, right? But that's not the conversation that gets had down south. So that's the thing. For you guys in the Midwest, this blade may not be for you, although you're definitely welcome to try them out, of course. But for you guys in the sandy soil conditions, that's where these kind of lawnmower blades are really going to shine. So check this out. Here's a really cool part. Jonathan with Florida Turf Pros, a lot of you guys know Jonathan. He's a really good guy. He's going to be offering a product review, or he's going to be sharing his experience with the same lawnmower blades, actually using them in the ideal conditions where they're designed for. Obviously, he's in Florida, so he deals with a lot of that sandy soil. So stay tuned to his YouTube channel because he's already been running them for about a week, and he told me, this is straight up, I talked to him 2 days ago, he told me that he did not have to change his lawnmower blades in over 2 days, and normally he'd already changed his blade twice a day out of that 2-day window, right? So he would have changed his lawnmower blades 4 times versus just changing them 1 time, and then he hasn't even had to change them yet with the LaserEdge. So guys, there's going to be links in the description. Check them out. There's some really cool 3D like animated videos that these guys put together. I think if you are dealing with sandy soil conditions, you're putting in your tool orders and your parts orders, or you're just buying lawnmower blades, consider the LaserEdge. I know that a lot of the OEs are picked up from everybody from Gravely to Ferris to Hustler to a lot of the different lawnmower brands. You can get these blades for those lawnmowers if you're in those conditions. Unfortunately, at the time of this video, I don't think Exmoor Toro are signed up just yet, so stay tuned to all of that. But nonetheless, a lot of the OE blade manufacturers are picking up the LaserEdge upgrade, which is pretty cool.